Nepal, a country of immense cultural and geographical heritage, surrounded by beautiful Himalayas. Broad, diverse religion, friendly people, and incomparable hospitality. Breathtaking landscape, holy temples, delicious food, diverse culture, tradition and festival coexist here. But it is also a land of ever-going traffic jams, strikes, long hours of queuing, and days of running around for unofficial stamps. There is constant need of alternative power supply due to severe power cuts, which has made regular life for individuals and businesses difficult. Many young Nepalese leave the country for getting better education and in search of better life. Most of them never come back due to social and economic reasons. And those who want to return home are often confused. When they are at the point to decide to return home or to stay abroad, the heart says home, but head says, are you mad? To ease that decision and support graduates willing to return to their home countries, Germany-based Center for International Migration and Development, CIM, started a program in Nepal called Returnee Expert Program in 2010. CIM is providing several non-financial and financial support to Nepalese graduates in Germany who decides to return. In starting phase, we were very skeptic if this program is going to run positively or not, because we have a problem of brain drain here in Nepal. So Nepal had this program, Returnee Expert Program, as a, let's say, pilot phase in the starting. Like, surprisingly, it was very successful after a seminar in Germany, and people were interested. If there is SIM support, they were interested coming back home. And what we do is we provide kind of networks to all the returnees. We also provide counseling. We also provide them with financial support, but not everyone gets financial support. It depends on their case-to-case basis, like where they are working. If it's a very remote area, you require a highly skilled human resource there, and people don't tend to go to those remote areas. So what SIM does is, if anyone are interested going there, then we try to retain them in those remote areas with financial top-ups. So this is how we are working here in Nepal, and I think it's very positive. And also, back support from GIZ, what I'm getting from country director and all program managers from GIZ program. It's very fruitful and helpful for CIM to get established and, to work positively, and also German embassy. If there are organizations like SIM, also for other returnees from UK, Australia, USA, where most of the Nepalese students goes for their further studies, I think it would be wonderful to give them right information about job opportunities. We will visit 5 highly skilled returnees who have profited through SIM support and networking.
Wow, they were really excited to see me after 2 years, and they thought, oh, our son is back and now he can also work in Nepal and he can live with us together and have a better job here than before, and we'll have a better life standard.
Since my intermediate, I have not stayed with my family, so that was around, I think, reunion after 13 years or so. So that was quite a wonderful experience to be back. So yeah, they were happy to see me back.
My parents are like, like the situation of the country is not good. What do you want to do? Even if you come back, like people are not will not allow you to work properly as you are imagining it from there.
My mom, she suffered a mild heart attack that time, so that caused me to think a lot about what I was doing. Even if I'm working there, he cannot concentrate 100% because your family is not very well. So I thought I need to go back home.
Me and my wife, so many colleagues, they try to stay abroad. For example, Germany, they try to say they are looking for a job, they are looking for other opportunity. But in that point, we could not negotiate with our family relation, with our cultural relation.
People tell you like there's no jobs in Nepal, there's no electricity, there's no water. Why should you go there? People thought like we are mad. I mean, everyone is going out, and why are they returning? But now all of us are working. I mean, doing our work in our different organization and making a contribution. Plus, we are satisfied. So now they have stopped saying. We meet Damodar at his office, which is his farmhouse, lab, and warehouse. His mission is to provide best seeds to all of agriculture regions of Nepal, keeping the requirement of growing population and the challenges of climate change in mind. One of the significant benchmark is the benefit of the farmers and the rural communities. Working for a private profit-oriented company, he takes corporate social responsibilities into consideration.
I wanted to have a market-led research activity. This is, we have to conserve our biodiversity in one hand. On the other hand, we have to commercialize those highly potential cultivars, land races. Here our research activities, what we are doing at the moment and what we are going to do in the future. This is under planning process. They all are more directly or indirectly related to the end user. The end users are not our dealers, not our stockists, to whom we sell our seeds, but the end users are farmers. Being a private company, this private means profit-oriented, of course, but there is a responsibility of private company also as such a socio-cultural aspect to help. Mostly women are involved in these activities, even R&D in the field, also in the seed processing unit, and also in the seed cleaning job. And this multiplier effect. When you employ them, they can share this idea with their family, and it's I think mother can transfer very quickly to their children.
घरमा बसेर टाइम पास गर्नुभन्दा यहाँ आएर सामान्य कुराहरू मात्र नभएर धेरै कुराहरू पनि जानिन्छ दिदीबहिनीहरू साथी सङ्गतमा लागेपछि अब बच्चाहरू पनि पढाउन पाइरहेको छ घर बसिरहनु भन्दा यहाँ आएर हाम्रो मेहनतले हामीले आफैलाई पुगेको छ.
There are many obligations that I have to fulfill. That's why I'm here. We have to train farmers. We have to communicate with them. We have to teach the poor, uneducated farmers to produce quality seeds, because seed business proves a profitable venture in the case of Nepal.
As a matter of fact, I heard about this SIM project back when I was studying in Karlsruhe in Germany, and a friend of mine called me up and told me about the project and what I need to do to apply, and that was the first step, the first motivating step that leads you to go back, because you know that there's an organization that's willing to help people who wants to go back and resettle after studying abroad. Definitely the opportunities are far better in developed part than the developing part, but if there is an organization which gives you an opportunity to network with people, get to know the lead actors in your field, and then also support you in various kinds, then definitely that's a positive point for anyone, I think, who wants to go back home.
Shushim is Program Director at Starik Private Limited, a process engineer who believes in technology transfer. In Nepal, it takes time to convince business people for new technology. That makes his job challenging. But challenges leads to opportunities. He sees opportunity in biomass gasification for small and medium-sized enterprise and wants to give them the best technology with local available resources that is economically feasible. He has started a biomass energy gasification project in a small dyeing industry in Kathmandu.
So right now we're in a dyeing industry. This is a small-scale industry of Nepal. So the thing that is done over here is the yarn is dyed into different colors, and later on this is used to knit sweaters and carpets, the major markets. We require gasification of biofuels. We're talking about biomass energy gasification. Definitely if you go to the developed part of the world, everyone, they will go for coal gasification. The IGCC plants are used throughout. But whereas a country like Nepal, in which we have to import the coal also from India, it's the same thing as importing diesel or any other fossil fuels. So our thrust is in gasifying biomass. This used to be a diesel-fired boiler, but as I told you earlier, because of the unavailability of the fuel, so we are forced to convert it into a biomass boiler. This is a part of the step, but this is not where it ends. Fuel को कति percentage जति फाइदा भएको छ?
अब यसैमा युज गरे भने 20-25% त इमिडिएटली हुन्छ.
In Nepal, the concept of gasification is in its infancy right now. If we are able to show it one time to the entrepreneur successfully by using it, and it's like, as he said, immediately he thinks that 25% is going to be saved in the fuel. But I'm very confident in the long run it will save about at least 40%.
We are not technical person, we are layman, we don't know technical things. We need very expert for that process. If we could introduce that thing in this industrial area, that will be a very revolutionary thing.
We are heading to Acham, far west Nepal. I am doing my annual monitoring. Abhishek, returnee from Australia, and Kim Razpandari accompanies me on this trip. Both solar experts, working for different private solar companies, Power Private Limited and Lotus Energy Private Limited, decided to work together. They designed and installed solar PV system for Boyalpada Hospital, Acham. On the way, we stopped by at Khemrat's family in Dhangari. They invite us for lunch, and we take this opportunity to know their view about Kim's return to Nepal.
काम यता बेला बेला भेट हुन्छ उतै पनि कहाँ भेट हुने धेरै खुसी लाग्यो.
It takes us 15 hours of driving from Dhangari to Acham. Road trip in Nepal is an adventure. Landslides often blocks the road. Several times we have to get off the jeep. We arrive at Boilpade Hospital in Acham. The hospital run as a collaboration between Nyaya Health, local communities, and the government of Nepal. Agya is working as Community Health Director at Nyaya Health. Every month, 3,000 patients are treated here. The district suffers from some of the highest maternal and child mortality rates in South Asia. 1 in 125 deliveries results in the mother's death. 83 in 1,000 children don't survive past the age of 5. 99.5% babies are born at home and in cow states. 60% of children are chronically malnourished. 3 months ago, Abhishek and Kemras installed a 3.3 kilowatt solar PV system here to make it possible to run the medical equipment. Since then, the patients are getting better treatment.
We had 8 days of power outages a few weeks ago, and within those 8 days we were still able to conduct our work internationally via the internet and still operate our hospital, which, 6 months ago, a year ago, wouldn't have been possible, or at least not with the facility that we're able to do it now. So we're really, really thankful to have it.
This is the most high-tech thing we have in this hospital. Yeah. So it's like a portable ultrasound machine. It's very handy as well. So it's like a laptop.